I'm thinking since a great man memorialized a day that just passed, and I worry that in this country, although the slogan is never forget, in some ways we have forgotten. One man has not, and that would be Alec Baldwin. Paid
Alec
tribute
Baldwin.
to September 11th.
Of course he did.
So he, I gotta say, it's not his douchiest eulogy, but it's more the subject matter that he felt the need to comment on this is what I really found fascinating. We haven't heard from Alec in a little while. He took a short break from eulogizing people. He's out picketing, I'm sure.
Yep.
But obviously, on September 11th, I guess this is September 10th, the night before, he said America, in order to continue healing 22 years later, they need to hear from New York's daddy, Alec Baldwin.
He's the hero we all need. We all
He certainly
deserve.
is.
But here we go here.
You can tell Craig always, when he's stalling for time, really pretends he has passion for what he's saying. You can always tell he's very interested and not just rambling to get the clip up.
Yeah, it's me making sure it's in this shape rather than tiny. That's all I was fixing.
Excellent.
To take a moment to mention that I watched the 60 Minutes piece about 9/11.
Now, hold on. Already it's wrong. Already he shouldn't be posting. Start this over. Because he says, I just wanted to take out some time to mention that I watched 60 Minutes. Alec, in 2023, no one ever has to mention that.
Never.
Most people aren't watching. They've clicked over to the night football game by the time 60 Minutes is on.
That's right.
You don't need to tell us about it. But here's Alec's breakdown. Much like we're reacting to Alec Baldwin's Instagram posts, he reacts to 60 Minutes.
I wanted to take a moment to mention that I watched the 60 Minutes piece about 9/11 that was on.
Oh, good. Can we leave now?
That's it.
You mentioned it.
Yeah. Wow, we should check that out. We should just end the show and go watch it.
Tonight, Sunday night, and very well done. Very well done. And the focus, exclusively.
Massive kudos to you, 60 Minutes. Hats off from the Baldwin house.
The buildings go boom, bang, clack, bow.
I gotta say, with only 22 years of prep, I didn't think they could do it, but 60 Minutes, you really pulled it off.
They had a lot of video to go through.
No one's ever really dissected 9/11 before, so I thought it was about time that 60 Minutes tackled the tough issues.
He's going to film a movie about it and throw someone off a building.
It's this. I mean, top two conspiracies in American history would be 9/11 and Kennedy, in whatever order you want to put them in. And Alec Baldwin's like, finally, they're talking about it. It's good.
Firefighters, the FDNY, profiles of the people who both lived, who survived that.
I do enjoy how he's going to list things they talked about. He goes, firefighters, the FDNY.
Buildings. Alec loves lists, as we found.
But he listed two of the same thing in a row.
Tower 1, Tower 2. I noticed they didn't mention Building 7 for some reason.
Yeah, he goes to say building 7, but there's a jump cut because he edited it out.
Conspicuously off the list.
Died. And it was really, really tough. It was really, really, really such a...
Oh, was it? Alec, was that a rough day?
It was pretty bad.
I got, in summation, folks, 9/11, no bueno, as we say in the Baldwin house.
Painful revisitation of that whole situation. As I mentioned in some posts, I think previously, that on the day of 9/11,
How much are you posting about 9/11?
You go back and there's his post jumped like 1,000.
I felt my first 11 posts didn't encapsulate what I was truly feeling. On September 10th, imagine the ball of emotions I'll be tomorrow.
Long Island, rehearsing to do a play. It was the first time that this theater company I worked with had decided to extend their season beyond the Labor Day weekend and go into the fall to do a show. And we did this play out.
Okay, so Alec, on 9/11, you were in a different town? Me too. Great.
I was like a 3-hour drive away. Does that mean anything?
happened Tuesday. As everybody recalls, 9/11 was a Tuesday, and primary election day in New York, actually.
I mean, talk about you hear about a case of the Mondays a lot, but I think that should have been changed because that was a rough Tuesday.
It would have been great if he didn't realize that the year later it would be a Wednesday, and he's like, conspiracy begins.
The thing is, you're almost, they call Wednesday hump day because you're almost over that hump, and that's the real shame of it is, in some ways, it was kind of their Friday. It was the end of the week for a lot of people. So I suppose if you put that spin on it.
9/11, 2001. Most people Fridays. Print the shirt.
An eternal Friday. For about 3,000 people, they took a long weekend after that. Merrill Lynch certainly wasn't opening.
I was out there in East Hampton and got all the,
I was out there in the bougie part of the state, nice and safe.
I was in my mansion, fearing for my life. We're kind of the same. Me and the FDNY, same experience, more or less.
Yeah, on 9/11, I remembered the South Park movie, and I got scared for my life.
I went to my panic room and waited it out.
Canada's bombing the Baldwin.
array of notifications from people and sat through that experience like everybody else. Went into the city a week later, went to the ground zero with my brother Billy, and we worked with the Red Cross and served meals. And
Yeah. They
Here's how
swept
I'm
a lot of it up by then, Alec.
Here's how I'm great, by the way.
You waited a week?
Donald Trump was down there that day.
Damn straight, baby.
I mean, sorry, wrong show.
Yeah, if you believe that. I was listening to Richard Ojeda the other day.
That video.
Yeah.
we were there for the midnight mass for Christmas time. I think we went there for Christmas to serve as well.
This is months later.
My memory's foggy, but I know
I was very brave. Within a season, I was able to muster the courage to start supporting the victims.
You know, as I always say, don't judge until the charges come.
I said it on 9/11 and I'll say it now. Let's get all the facts first before we start pointing fingers.
called a crucifix made out of the
I have to
girth.
say, anyone could have discharged those planes. They could have come from anywhere. And who knows who loaded those planes? That's the real thing. It was probably some cinematographer that deserved to die.
I'm disgusted by those armorers that flew those planes. I mean, those terrorists that flew those planes.
Everything that people recall about all that. But this program, tomorrow's 9/11, obviously, and this program on 60 Minutes brought back to me just the blessing that is the heroism of these people.
He's talking about, I'm sure it was a generic 60 Minutes 9/11. I'm sure they do it every year. Just
Yeah.
like, hey, 9/11 was pretty crazy, huh? I'm imagining, now that we're, 5 days later, that they didn't tackle a lot of issues we haven't heard before. And Alec's like, boy, finally, it's just good that someone's talking about it,
Yeah, they're really good at getting to a part that's almost interesting and then playing the stopwatch and going to commercial.
There's someone
Did George Bush know it was going to happen? Well, we'll be back after this.
Yeah, exactly. Tick, 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 tick.
a lot of them, they knew they were going to die, or they thought there was a very good chance they were going to die. And 343 people, that's what they claimed on the TV shows. 343 people.
Firefighters.
If you believe that. I don't know if anyone died that day. And why weren't there any Jews in the building?
Like how he's only talking about the first responders, not the other 2,700 people that died.
He gets there. He realizes his numbers are a little off in a moment.
Okay.
343 people died as a result from the FDNY. 343 firefighters died as a result of the.
And about 3,000 other jerks.
Wasn't it actually like 290 something?
Yeah. Like it was like 3,000 nobodies and 343 firefighters. That's how the Baldwin family looks at it.
And so another year, 22 years later.
Meanwhile, his 8-year-old is like, Dad, can I get back in my room, please? Can you stop filming these things in here?
I was not alive for this even close.
Go back to work. End this writer's strike so you have something to do.
Joshua McKay in the chat says, I'm glad I caught the live show on iPad.
Ah, yes. I was watching 60 Minutes on iPad. Oh. They make you feel like you're in the towers on iPad.
You got virtual reality 9/11.
I almost jumped out my own window. Thinking it was either this or burning alive.
He's going to jump out his window. His wife takes the fucking virtual reality glasses off. Oh, God.
Oh, no, Alec, you're on iPad. I can't do accents.
You're Irish.
I guess I did do her accent, kind of.
Yes, you did.
2 years, I remember that like it was yesterday. 22 years later, I just want to say, God bless everyone. God bless everyone who died.
Okay. Here's where you think he's wrapping up, by the way.
Yep, nope. Still got like a minute left.
God, but now he's filibustering for the rest of this video.
343 people who died. God bless their families. God bless the firefighters who've gone on. There was a nice piece of the show about this, about the next generation that went in to take the oath and put the uniform on and risk their lives as well. Very compelling.
And I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I hope for all the men who died that gave that right to me. Just saying nothing.
He's really snubbing everyone else and the cops.
It's mostly about the firefighters. And now let's not forget to pay tribute to the 13 brave... the 13 brave men who sacrificed their lives that day.
343 firefighters, 72 police officers, 55 members of the military, and 411 other emergency workers.
Was it 13 terror? The joke doesn't work if I'm getting the number wrong, but...
I think it was 13.
Okay, yeah.
I believe.
I remember there's a great... You ever seen the movie The Big Sick, starring Kumail Nanjiani?
I've never seen it.
It's a very good rom-com. I recommend it.
19 terrorists, 19.
19. I knew that was too low. Damn it. But Ray Romano's plays the father-in-law, like the girlfriend's dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to make conversation. He's alone with Kumail, and he has to make conversation. And he just blurts out, 9/11. Kumail's like, what about it? He's like, I don't know, just your thoughts? And Kumail's like, yeah, we lost 19 of our best guys that day.
That's very funny.
Just a really, really incredibly.
I'll start with the A's. Muhammad Atta. Just going alphabetically, folks. I'll get through this.
I was watching a video on Jerry's show the other day.
Yeah.
And it was the ticket guy on 9/11 was talking, and he goes, I saw Muhammad Atta, and I just went, that guy's a terrorist. But he goes, but you know,
Jerry's like, me too.
The guy was like, he was talking about how the cultural and all that shit was going on, and I didn't think that happened till after.
Well, no, because we played the Stern clips on Why Are You Laughing, guys? Go check that out at blindmike.net if you'd like to. Drew Lane was on a great episode. Also, check out the Gary Shandling episode, which is up today. But I digress. You heard in that clip the immediacy of Howard jumping to knowing who it was. So
Right.
All right. Now, by the way, we are spoiler alert. This is not how it ends. But if Alec went on to read the name of every single victim, we'd be watching the whole video. I just want you guys to know that.
Yes.
It's not far off, I gotta say.
I know.
Painful thing to watch. You know. Heroism. There's a lot
Fortitude. He just starts saying adjectives.
Innocent in the court of your own peers.
The FDNY.
Conspiracy. Witch hunt.
plant.
God bless all of you who continue to serve in that capacity, and your families for supporting you and loving you and having to live with that kind of risk. And thank you to everyone who...
I gotta be honest, every time he does one of these I'm gonna get emotional videos, I love hearing the ambient sounds of his family living their life. He's like in a room right next to them with the door open.
Honey, put your shoes on.
Sacrificed their lives and survived the 9/11 event, and God bless everybody who died in 9/11.
Thanks, Alec.
God bless everybody.
Hey, that beeping isn't fixed. Do you hear that?
Was that the beep?
Rewind, yeah. He's further away. He's learned that lesson.
So that's what happens when he kills someone with a gun.
That's the famous beep.
That's-
Oh, I'm sorry. My tragedy meter is going off.
Oh my god!
You hear that?
Yes.
He hasn't fixed. The Baldwin house must be maddening.
Hold on, one more time. Let's double check.
That's insane.
The 9/11 event, and God bless everybody who died in 9/11.
Guys, listen to the end of the show today. The outro has it. It's louder, but it's the same noise. Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
That's why you got to watch all the way through.
Wait, maybe it wasn't. That was another one really quick. There was two there.
What does he live in a fucking grocery store checkout line? It has to be that noise.
My 8-year-old's turn on iPad. He's playing a game.
Sacrificed their lives and survived the 9/11 event, and God bless everybody who died in 9/11.
But mostly, God bless the ones who survived, because
God bless everybody who died.
the ones who are dead probably don't follow me on Instagram.
The real heroes that are still breathing.
And also, if you're alive, please follow my wife on Instagram.
Yes.
We've passed 1 million followers, and the road to 2 million is just around the corner.
9/11. All of them, not just the FDNY, but
Who else?
God bless everybody who died as a result of that.
Not just the FDNY, but you know the others.
He's trying to cry right now.
Come on, Alec. You can muster up something.
God bless everybody who died as a
You're
result of
Beetlejuice, goddammit.
that. Horrible day. 22 years ago tomorrow. Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, you're welcome.
You're welcome there, big guy.
Hey, no problem, Alec. Glad we got here together.
Can we juxtapose this with somebody else talking about 9/11 real quick?
Who's that?
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, I suppose.
Did you see?
Yeah, I didn't understand this clip. Is he on someone's show or something?
I think he's on. It sounds like he's on like a Dan Le Batard type show.
It'd be great if Dan Le Batard had him on. Just yucking it up with him.
Yucking it up. So that's how serious Alec Baldwin takes 9/11.
Yeah.
Let's see. O.J. Simpson, who played a lot of his career in New York.
He did, yes. That's true.
Let's see.
Apparently just as far away as Alec was on 9/11, by the
He
way.
might have been closer. Here's OJ.
The Jets are still going to be good. They got that defense, and that kid learned a lot from Aaron. Unfortunately, 9/11 is just a bad date for New York. You know,
You said it, Juice. It is a rough one. Aaron Rodgers and the Twin Towers all went down.
9/11's just a bad day for New York.
Can I tell you what's weird is that I've heard OJ say enough ridiculous shit that doesn't even faze me. What bugged me about that clip was him being like, I assume he's talking about Zach Wilson, saying like, he learned a lot from Aaron Rodgers. They've known each other for 3 months.
At most. At most.
So it's good to hear the Juice is back at it still.
Super chat from Hamburger, $2. Hey fam, don't forget to smash that like button.
Yes. Craig, make the super chat noise.
Yay, super chat.
Yeah, he watched it. He watched WATS 6 months ago. That's great.
He does them all once in a while. He can't play the song every time. Justin Trudell, $20.
Jesus.
This is off topic, but when my grandfather was dying, my dad took me to New York to, quote, get my mind off of it and do something fun. End quote.
How great would be if that was on 9/11?
I thought it was a nice gesture until I looked at the GPS and saw One World Trade Center.
You're gonna get yourself an education, son.
Drew P. Ball's $10 super sticker. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy.